Hi YouTube, this is my 2002 Toyota Tundra with a stuck fast passenger front door. This is the model with the access doors, so you could say it's a four-door. We've tried everything we could to try to get this lock unstuck. We tried manipulating the electronic door locks. We tried pulling the handle. We tried inside handle. We tried pulling the outside handle. I know that people say you can't get the door panel off if the door is closed. That's true. You can't get it all the way off. But you can get it off enough at the upper right to get in to where the actuator and cables are. I broke the plastic off of the top of the actuator to try to get into the mechanism. And you can see the cables down there. The lower one is for locking the door. The upper one is the door opener. No matter what we did, we could not get this door open. The mechanism itself must be broken, or something stuck in there in the door lock. So I was on YouTube and I saw videos about how to remove door panels and how to remove the rear door panel, and not wanting to destroy the door by cutting it, etc. I removed the rear door panel, and after much thought I saw that there was the back of what I believed to be the striker. Let's say it's a U-shaped striker bar that the front door notches into. You can find that back here. And those two are the two bolts. When you see this, they will look like nuts on the end of these bolts. But they're not conventional nuts. They are spot welded. So what we did, my friend John and I, was we took an air chisel and chiseled these bolts as far in as we could. And this is what's left. The door opens more now, but it will not open all the way. We have to get in and remove more of those bolts, more of the tops of those bolts, so that they would become flush, and we'd be flush with the metal, with the surrounding metal, and possibly we'll get the door open at that point. I didn't see any videos like this on YouTube, so I've learned a lot from YouTube about cars, and I wanted to maybe pay back a little bit for those of you who have this kind of problem. I mean, if you went to Toyota, I don't know what they would charge, but it'd probably be over $500 if you include the actuator, the new actuator they'd probably sell you. I think this is the way they do it. And I found no documentation anywhere about how to do this. There is a plate here that comes off once you get these nut heads chiseled off, and that'll go on back. That's a bolster plate, I think. It'll go back on later. I'll continue this video as we go along and try to get these bolt heads off. Thank you. Okay, this is a small airbag that I purchased for this job. I got it on eBay for about $10. It's going to come in handy because I think we're going to go on the outside of the door now and try to cut through that striker on the that's attached to the back door. We're going to probably try to use a Sawzall and cut it. Let me try to explain what we did next. We put the airbag in from the outside of the door in the crack near the underneath the latch, about an inch under, and we pumped up the airbag. On the inside, John used a long breaker bar to push on the plate that we were trying to get out that held the striker. And we had gotten the door open about an inch and a half, so it was on the edge of becoming open. And then I asked John, and he went inside, and I held the door handle up on the outside, and he kicked it, and the door finally opened. This is how the lock looked while it was stuck. You can see the bar being held by the jaws of the lock. They did not and would not move. This bar has been cut so that we could get the actuator out of the door finally. This is what the actuator kind of looks like now after we've destroyed it. It's not really, a lot of plastic is missing from it. But the actual part that didn't work is here. This did not move. This did not move as it should. It should have moved to unlock the door, and it would not. And it still won't. This is the back of the part that you'll see when you open the back door panel. This is one of the nuts I was talking about. It's spot welded to the piece. The bolts that eventually hold this piece to the inside of the front door. Those are the bolts that you're going to get at and cut and get them to be as short as you can, so that you can eventually have this whole piece move when you're trying to open the door, and it's going to take some breaker bars inside the door panel, and I used an airbag on the outside, and then we had one of us kick this door open, and it finally let these bolts come, what was left of them, come with it to open up. Well, I hope this helps you out. We spent a lot of time on this one. So happy days, YouTube. Bye bye.